No kidding.
And a couple of years ago, Creedence Revisited played Hot Springs and Magic Springs.
Right.
And I went down there with a guitar and got it autographed.
Right.
Tom Wood that works at the, Tom FM.
Yeah.
He got me backstage passes and free tickets and everything, and so I just went down there and got him to autograph the guitar.
And here, stand over here with me.
Oh,
Check this out. There. How about that?
It's all right.
So we're here at Barton Coliseum in the Rock and Roll Museum, and dozens of bands have played at Barton Coliseum in Little Rock over the years. One of them is Creedence Clearwater Revival, and I'm here at the Creedence CCR exhibit with a man who took some photographs. So can you tell us your name and what happened when you take these pictures?
My name is Ken King. I was just a kid in high school and took a bunch of photographs, and 40 years later they ended up in the museum.
Awesome. All right, I'm going to zoom in and show the people these photos, and can you just narrate them for us? Just tell me what these are about.
That's John Fogerty, who's everybody knows who he is pretty much.
Yeah, there you go. So this is like from this picture's from like 1972, right?
Yeah, May of '72.
And you're the photographer?
Yeah.
How old were you when you took this picture?
16.
Awesome. And we're right here in the lobby of the venue. This is Barton Coliseum in Little Rock, Arkansas. It's kind of like just an old style Coliseum rock and roll venue. So when you were 16 years old, did you come to a lot of shows here or all around Little Rock?
Yeah, just about all of them. About 70% of the stuff in this museum was mine.
Oh, really? Cool, man.
But like, what was cool was I'd always wanted to see Freddie King.
Right.
And he was the opening act. And then Tony Joe White. Well, I met Tony Joe a couple of years ago.
Right.
And I had him sign the posters. And he goes, that was a long time ago.
Yeah, it was, yeah. No kidding.
So I was 16 then, and I'm 60 now, so there you go.
Tell me what you remember about the concert.
Oh, it was great. When Creedence played Sweet Hitchhiker, John Fogerty hit some kind of a foot pedal, and it like blew my ears, because I was in the front row.
Yeah.
And it was just like, and I mean, it was like, my ears popped. I was like, damn. So it was like 3 days before I could hear right after that, But that show, and then I saw Deep Purple when I was in Germany, and those are probably the two loudest shows that I'd ever been to.
The loudest concert I've ever been to was Motley Crue right here in this venue.
I just saw them the other night with Alice Cooper.
How was that? Was that loud?
Yeah. The explosions and stuff is what you're sitting there. It's like, bam, they just kept blowing stuff up. But
they played here in the '80s, and it was the loudest I'd ever heard. Yeah. But so when CCR hit that pedal, that was one of the loudest you ever heard.
He does this where he like takes the slide all the way down the neck.
Right.
And it was just so loud because it was like suddenly the sound doubled, I mean, however loud it was like all of a sudden it was like twice that loud, and my ears just like, but it was a great show. I mean, I was a 16-year-old kid, and this is my favorite group in the whole world, like John Fogerty and Eric Clapton. If I could just see those two guys, it's like, at that time I could have probably died happy.
Yeah.
Of course, since then I've seen 1,000 other concerts.
Well, yeah.
But, the earliest ones are always the best. Because after a while you begin to get kind of jaded, and it's like, oh, I've seen this before. That's okay, but it's not as, once you've seen it, you got to really do something spectacular to top it. Because I've got this friend, every time he goes to a concert, oh, that's the best concert I've ever seen. I'm like, Ed, you told me that the last show you went to. He goes, oh, you just, I said, well, I mean,
Well, was it records or radio back then? As far as your love of CCR.
Oh, I had all the records. I had all the records.
Yeah.
So it was a big deal that they were coming. And now I've gotten them all autographed since then. As a little kid, I never thought that 40 years later I'd have all of their albums autographed by the three guys that are still alive. Because John Fogerty's brother, died of AIDS, but it was from a blood transfusion when he had a back surgery. Yeah. And this is back when they didn't check the blood and stuff in the early 80s. But they were one of the best bands I've ever seen.
Yeah, absolutely.
But the best concert I ever saw in this building was Jethro Tull in '72.
Is there an exhibit for that here?
Yeah, it's down the hall, and there's some photographs I took of it too. There's two.
Let's go down there. You want to?
Okay, sure.
Yeah, let's go down there. Take me down to the Jethro Tull exhibit. Absolutely. So yeah, we're doing a tour here for Periscope. We're in the Barton Coliseum, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame Museum here. The Rock and Roll Museum in Little Rock, Arkansas. We're at the Arkansas State Fair. But this exhibit's here year-round.
Yeah, it stays here all the time.
Oh yeah, here we go.
Now I took these two pictures, and then I ended up getting them autographed later.
So cool, man! That's a fantastic photograph.
Well,
so, did you just get lucky, or you
I was a
professional photographer?
No, I was just in the front row.
Did you have a photo pass, or you just took your camera?
No, but in those days you didn't need one.
You didn't need one.
No, if you get in the front door, they didn't.
Look at that.
Nobody cared. I didn't take that picture, but I took.
Oh, this one right here you sure did though. Look at that.
And then I got him autographed, and it was funny when I met Ian Anderson to get him signed. He goes, "I've never seen those before. Where'd those pictures come from?" I said, "I took them." He goes, "Oh, those are pretty good."
Yeah.
But this show lasted like 1:30 in the morning.
Here.
They played thick as a brick. They played thick as a brick for like an hour.
There's the set list right there. Yeah, thick as a brick. I've got the record.
The lights go out. The lights go out, and everybody's like, "Well, I guess the concert's over." And then all of a sudden, the spotlight went on Ian Anderson, and he goes, "And now for our second number." And then they start playing all this other stuff. But this isn't the complete set list.
No kidding.
But I mean,
that is awesome.
They played from about 9:15 to 1:30. So they played like, almost 4 hours, whatever. I mean, it was just a hell of a show.
That is awesome, man. So Little Rock loved it, huh?
But anybody who was at this show will tell you that that's the best show that was ever in Barton Coliseum.
Are you serious?
Oh yeah. I mean, I know a lot of people that were at that show.
What was that? Sorry?
Jethro Tull.
Oh, Jethro Tull.
Well, they played till 1:30 in the morning.
I was at Jesus Christ Superstar.
Oh, fun. Was that a good one?
No,
Oh, somewhere? Yeah. Well, they did come through here with that in '71.
yeah, I didn't see it here. I saw.
Wow. Any more favorites you want to show me before I cut off this cast?
There's a picture of me at a Leon Russell show in '72. It's kind
Let's see that. Leon Russell
You
show.
can see my hair.
No kidding.
That's me.
So who took that? Your buddy?
A friend of mine, I handed him the camera and he took the picture.
There he is today.
And there he was.
There he is in like 72.
43 years ago.
Yeah. Nice.
That's the poster. And it's funny is I always remember that show because I met my girlfriend like 3 days later. And we dated for 20 years.
Yeah.
But it was like 3 days after that show I met her.
Cool. Man, that's some classic rock and roll Little Rock history right there. Thanks, my friend. Tell me your name one more time. I'm Daniel Gold.
Kenneth King.
Hey, Kenneth. Hey, you work here at the State Fair? Kind of
Pretty much, yeah. Because like I said, I donated most, not all the stuff.
So
But
you do a lot of this rock and roll collection.
Yeah, well, I mean, most of the photographs that you see out here, I took, or I got from somebody who took them. Like, I'll show you some more down here if you want.
So are you like the curator of this exhibit?
I'm the assistant curator.
Cool.
But I'm the only one that really...
You know the
does
history.
anything anymore. It's like I took these pictures, but they're starting to slide down, and I hadn't had time because I can't take the thing off and put it up by myself anymore. I broke my neck a few years ago, and it kind of my arms don't work as good as they used to. But now, that was the first concert I ever came to in this building. The Guess Who.
No kidding.
Yeah.
How old were you then? About 15?
16. It was a cold, rainy Friday night. I was living at Cabot, and my aunt came out to Cabot and picked me up and dropped me off the front gate. And they just lived up the top of the hill over the bridge here. So it's like, midnight, and I'm walking home up Roosevelt Road. Now you'd either get shot or arrested.
Yeah. Now you couldn't, yeah.
But there's some, like these pictures of Stevie Nicks.
Yeah, those are your photos too?
Yeah.
Look at that. I guess Fleetwood Mac came back recently too. Did you go to that one?
I saw them about 3 years ago. I didn't see them when they were here earlier this year. When Christine McVie had rejoined them. But
right.
I saw them without her about 3 years ago.
Man, this was a great tour. Congrats on the exhibit here. It's really cool. I'm glad we came in and saw it. And
that's like I found these. I was looking through the old newspapers and found these. This is like 1957. Fats Domino, Chuck Berry. I mean, and look at the ticket prices. $2.50, $3. Fats Domino, Chubby Checker, The Drifters, Bo Diddley, Benny King. I mean, $2.
Man, that's so cool. Right here at BartonColiseum.
These pictures of Blue Oyster Cult.
Okay, let's go have a look at those.
And this album, part of it was actually recorded here.
No kidding.
Yeah, there's Don't Fear the Reaper was recorded live in this building. It's on that album.
On Some Enchanted Evening.
Yeah. But that's like here, on this Journey album. Where is it? Over here. We got a Journey album that was recorded here in Barton Coliseum. You think about Journey, and it's like, yeah, they played here with Thin Lizzy in '79 and recorded live at Little Rock, Arkansas.
That's so cool, man.
See, recorded live at Little Rock, Arkansas.
Incredible.
So, yeah, I mean, it's, a friend of mine took these pictures, but they were all faded out.
Man, you're just a wealth of rock history. This is great. Your friend took this one too?
Yeah. See, I probably videotaped shows I've probably filmed about 600 concerts the last 25 years.
I like to do concert videography too.
I need to find somebody who knows how to edit.
I do video editing.
Because I've got like, most of it's rockabilly guys, but I've filmed like...
What format's it on, VHS?
No, a little mini DV.
Mini DV, yeah.
I'll give you my phone number.
I'll give you a call.
Maybe we can work something out and you do some editing and I'll give you credit for it.
Yeah, I would love to just be able to see your stuff. All right, cool.
Oh, I've got a ton of shit. I mean, I've got literally stuff by everybody. But I've filmed a lot of shows like at the Rev Room, like you know who Michael Burks was?
Yeah,
player? I filmed him twice, and I've got like one show just before he died. I mean, literally, I set the tripod up on the front of the stage and sat in a chair, and the whole audience was behind me. And he was like, "Oh, I love this." So we went to go take the video to him in North Little Rock. You know, a couple days later, he's sitting in a chair in his front yard shooting squirrels with a pellet gun. I mean, the life of a rock star, right?
Yeah, absolutely, man. He was great. Rest in peace.
Yeah.
All right, man. I got a lot of footage too, so I'd like to see your footage and see if I can help you out with it. Yeah.